So I'm having Fiona sitting right next to me. It's not her first time in Germany. It's not her first time on the podium in Germany, I think. Just tell us a bit about your racing background in stand-up paddling.
I stand-up paddle. I'm fortunate enough to be a stand-up paddle racer, and I get to travel around the world competing and racing, and also competing in surf contests as well. So it's a pretty fun lifestyle that I'm proud to be a part of, along with many other athletes. And it's wonderful to be back in Germany. It is one of my favorite places to come and race. So.
Seriously?
Absolutely. It actually is, because everybody here is so excited about it. You come to the beach, and even though it's raining and maybe not the best conditions, there's people piled up on the pier there, and that's pretty unusual. If it was in the States, people would be like, it's cold, we're not going to come and watch. But it's very unique here, and everybody's extremely passionate, and it's wonderful to be a part of that.
Great to hear.
Yeah.
You're one of the, or probably the fastest women on the stand-up paddle board right now.
Thank you.
How's your rivalry with the rest of the pack?
For the most part, it's actually really good. Every now and then you bump boards a little bit too much and have a couple issues, but it's actually, I feel that the women's side of the sport is in a very good situation right now. Most of us are really good at leaving what's on the water, and then coming off and having fun and going and hanging out together. So it's a pretty unique situation to be in, and for the first time I feel all the girls are really coming together.
Okay, and I've heard that stand-up paddling is quite heavy on equality. I think the prize money is always around the same. It's different in other sports, right? Yeah,
no, it is. There are some events that still, pay a bit more to the men and against the women, but that is okay, because we are still a very young sport, and we are growing, and there are a lot more sports that are showing equality, which I think is huge. And obviously in numbers and participation, women are still a little bit lower than men, but just kind of showing by the weekend here, there were quite a lot of girls that were extremely strong and pushing really hard. So I definitely think that it's on an upswing.
What advice do you have for young girls in Germany trying to get fast on the water, joining races?
I think the most important thing would be to have fun. If you're not having fun, you're not going to go anywhere. So grab a couple friends, go out in the water. If it's cold, just put a wetsuit on or a big jacket and just go play around. It doesn't always have to be super serious, and we're racing all the time. It's amazing to get good training days in, and they always feel good. But at the end, make sure you have fun and do a little relay race, and just enjoy being on the water, because that's the best part. And if you're near Berlin, I'm sure there's all sorts of rivers that you paddle on, and it's a very unique way to see cities. So one of my favorite parts about it is you can go in and see a city from a completely different perspective. You may be walking along the river the whole time, but you've never been in the river looking up, and it's really unique. So I would say take advantage of that as much as you can.
What's your favorite city in Germany? Hamburg, Düsseldorf? You've been to quite a few.
I haven't actually visited inside Hamburg yet, but I've been to Düsseldorf and to Munich. Munich has been really fun because I got to surf the Eisbach. That was absolutely amazing. It's such a cool wave. But then at the same time, Düsseldorf was spectacular because I went in January and there was ice all in the river, and a lot of the river was frozen, and I never had paddled in ice before, so that was pretty cool. It was a wonderful experience. Yeah.
What, if you're not traveling, what does your average day look like?
My average day, it gets switched up a bit.
Hawaii or California?
I live in Oregon. So I spend a lot of time in Hawaii in the winters, but for the most, I live in Oregon. So it just depends on the conditions. I ride my bike a lot in terms of cross training and go on runs, and I have a little puppy dog, and so we like to go off and go hiking as much as we can. But I pretty much try and paddle every day.
No special routine or planning with a coach or anything?
I do have a coach back home. We're just kind of getting things started a bit more, getting a little bit more involved in off-water training, and I work with him about 3 days a week. But in those other 3 days, or the other 4 days when I'm not working with him, I just mix it up with fun activities.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it is wonderful.
Are you seeing you together, usually you only get the footage from the races, and then it's for the views, it's done. But you looks like you're all like close friends off the water and off the events too. So do you sometimes just hit someone up from the like?
Oh, absolutely! Like whenever we come together for the events, the messages and like Facebook is just going crazy because it's like, hey, we're going out to dinner here, or like let's all hang out before you leave. And so that part is super fun because you know everybody goes back to their homes, and we have friends from home as well. But then when we all connect, it's like everybody is connecting together that has a mutual passion, and that's spectacular. So it's wonderful.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
I think we're done. Do you have any questions?